Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mel if you're new, and this video is gonna be the books I'm kind of like planning on reading for this year. So my New Year's resolution is to read, I'm trying to read like almost 2 books a month, kind of. So, but the 2 that I'm currently reading is Get Your Shit Together by Sarah King, and then also Sarah Knight. I don't know why I said King. Sarah Knight. This I've had for a few years and I've already read it before, but since I haven't read in a while, like consistently, I wanted a book that I've already read and like I kind of understand, but like I always feel like self-help books are good like morning books, and they're also good to like, they're one of those things that you can reread and you're gonna pull something different every time. So it's kind of like my morning start, and then kind of like my book for the night when I'm kind of like just trying to relax and just kind of, you know, just trying to just not think of anything else, is Catcher by Kayla Nicholson. This I again have read a couple years ago and I loved it, so I wanted to reread it. Let's see, this book I am page 65. I'm like halfway through Get Your Shit Together 160, so I'm really excited for both of these. I'm almost done, kinda, at least with Get Your Shit Together. Catcher is still a relatively short book, but still really good and really interesting. So I'll definitely be reading this one tonight, as it is 9:30 right now. So, but after this video, I will go to sleep. So, but I have 15 books here that I'm planning on reading. These are kind of like the books I'm going to be trying to pull more. Either they're books I haven't read, they're new books, or they're just really good and I want to reread it. So I'm gonna start with this one. So this one is actually pretty new. I just got it at Target. This one's called A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So there was a girl murdered in a high school. A senior was, she was murdered, and they're saying it was her boyfriend. There was a student that was like relooking everything, and she doesn't think it was a boyfriend. And I don't know, I thought it was interesting. I'm someone that honestly likes things like NCIS, CSI, like, but also like I like watching things of like Ted Bundy. What was the one movie with Ross Lynch in it? He's a murderer from Ohio. I don't remember. I like watching those too. Like, I think it's so interesting. So I wanted to read murder books. That's probably one of the few things I've only read like one book of that I could think of, which was Agatha Christie's And Then There Were None. My like more self-help book I have here is Almost Adulting, which I have read before. I guess at some point I was meaning to reread it, but I definitely didn't, so we're just gonna take that out. So this one was very cute, one of the first self-help books. What drawing to me was clearly just like how pretty it was, and I thought it was interesting. So I remember getting this at half price books. So the next one I have the kind of like I guess technically like the first book, which is Love and Gelato, and it was so cute. It's a romance story, and I don't really gravitate for those. My mom convinced me to read it, and it was really good. And this one is, I guess technically you could say a sequel, but I guess really not, just because this is actually based on the main character from the other book, Best Friend, and she goes to Ireland. So I always like managed to get a couple chapters in, but I never finished it, so I definitely want to finish it. And I loved Love and Gelato so much. I think that's part of the reason, like right now I'm like, I really want to go to Italy, and I haven't read that book in a couple years. So it was based in Italy, and I'm like, I want to go to Italy. The next one I have here is Pluto and the Virtue of Courage. So this one's another one that I got. Just this one, I was looking at more like philosophy, and I was just very curious and I wanted to understand it better. So this is one I got, and I'm very excited about it. So now this one, I remember everyone being on a John Green kick. Now this isn't The Fault in Our Stars. This isn't Paper Towns, which Paper Towns, it was okay. I was okay with the movie. I didn't read the book, but this one is Looking for Alaska, since everyone raved about it, but also John Green was just also an author that wasn't my favorite. So I don't know, because I read it like, I think something of Catherine's, and I just did not like that one that much. But I had this book for a couple years, so I should read it just so at least I know if I even like it. So now this one is similar to one that I do have and that I'm going to reread, and this one is You Are a Badass at Making Money. So this is one that this is the author of You Are a Badass, which I do have. And since this one is based around money, I thought this would be a really good one to read. Now, I have this one that, again, I've had for at least about 2 years that I'm really excited for. So this one is Stephen King's The Bizarre of Bad Dreams story. So this has a couple different short stories in it. I don't exactly know how many, I just know that that's all this is, just some mini stories. So this one I might hold it off till October just to enjoy some of the scare. So the next book honestly came in today, and this one is a book on NFTs. So one of my New Year's resolutions is to learn something new every month, and I wanted to learn NFTs, so I figured it'd be a good start. This one I do remember asking for Christmas one year. I don't remember how old I was. I want to say closer, probably like 17. But this one is Turtles All the Way Down. So I don't remember much of why I wanted this book as badly as I did, but since I have surprisingly a good amount of John Green books. The next one is You Are a Badass, because we all need that reminder, and this one is one that I actually did really like.
You are a badass.
So my next one is Teach Me to Forget, and I got this at Half Price Books a couple years ago. It's something about suicide, but I don't even really quite remember it, and the description on the back is very short, so it doesn't even really tell much. So the next one here is one of astrology, just because I'm someone who really likes astrology. I am a Taurus sun, Cancer rising, and a Virgo moon. So I wanted to really understand it by having a book. So another one, this one is Awake by Natasha, I think, Crescent? I don't know, but this one is the same author from The Cellar, which was so good, which she is, I believe, Wattpad. Yes, she was an author, I guess, from Wattpad, and someone recommended to me. I don't remember who, and I feel bad, but they told me how such a good the book Cellar was, and I loved it. So she is now one of my favorites. So this one, they're more like suspenseful. The Cellar was based around like a kidnapping, which was so good. And the final books I have here is called Moon Power, since I am more someone that likes astrology and crystals. I wanted to learn a little bit more. And then the last one that I have is, which is one I did start to read, but again I didn't finish, is Agatha Christie, The Body in the Library. So the first book of her that I ever read was And Then There Were None, and it was amazing. And there was like, her books are like nice and short, but also just really interesting and detailed, but it was just so good. And that one, there was like a poem in it, and it was just like so interesting to me. That was like my favorite part of it, was just the poem, but I don't have the book. And I felt like, I don't know if I read a library book or something, like, or I borrowed someone's, but I felt like I had it and it was mine. It was like, it's such an interesting book. I definitely recommend it. Those are my 15 books. I'm recommending definitely these two at least right now, because they are really interesting, really good, and they're both books I've read before. This one especially. She's actually a YouTuber too, and I was not sure if I was gonna like a YouTuber book, honestly. And there's supposed to be a second book to this, so the day that she releases that, I swear I'm gonna buy it, because I already really like this one. So I'm really excited. This one I'm definitely reading tonight. Hi guys, so I'm editing this and there's no ending. It seemed like it got clipped somehow, so make sure you follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and follow me on Goodreads, and comment down below a couple books that I should read. Since my goal is basically 24 books, I still need some more. So yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.